Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Scott Lim, your friendly neighborhood dentist. Before we start, please do subscribe to this channel. Different subtitles like English, Chinese and Malay are available. On the video, first click the CC button, then settings on the computer or the three dots on your phone to change the subtitles to your liking for better viewing experiences. Thank you and enjoy the video. Welcome to this series of Brush. In 2 to 3 videos, I'll be highlighting the do's and don'ts of toothbrushing, as well as 5 different toothbrushing techniques to help you and your loved ones getting healthier teeth. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the do's and don'ts of toothbrushing. For info, a tooth decay is caused by plaque, a thick sticky layer that made out of bacteria, food particles, as well as organic matter. Bacteria with the presence of sugar will produce a byproduct called acid, and this acid will cause the surrounding pH of the tooth to become less than 5.5, and this will in turn damage the tooth structure and eats up our tooth, leading to tooth decay as well as gum diseases. Gum disease is an inflammation of the gum caused by plaque, which can then lead to serious infection, damage to the bone and tissue, and tooth loss. So in order to reduce the plaque sticking to our teeth, here are the 11 things that you need to be aware of before brushing, during brushing, and after brushing. Before brushing, it's advisable to use a normal floss, super floss, interdental brush, as well as a water floss to clean the gaps in between our teeth. Because if you don't use the interdental cleaners, then 35% of our teeth are not cleaned properly. Do use a fluoride toothpaste. Fluoride is added to the toothpaste for 3 main reasons. First off, it can strengthen our tooth enamel, making our tooth more resistant to tooth decay, as well as reduce the amount of acid produced by the bacteria on our teeth. So here is a brief summary of the fluoride concentration in the toothpaste that may be suitable for different age groups. So for baby less than 18 months old, no toothpaste should be used. For the kids 18 months old until 3 years old, a smear size of 1000 ppm fluoride toothpaste should be used. However, if the kid is 3 to 6 years old, then a pea size of 1000 ppm fluoride toothpaste should be used. If the kid is 6 years old or older, then they can use a pea size of adult toothpaste, which is 1450 ppm fluoride toothpaste. And if you're more prone to getting more decays in the future, a dentist may prescribe you with higher concentration of fluoride toothpaste, which is 5000 ppm fluoride. When you're brushing, it's advisable to use a soft bristle, small-headed toothbrush so you can reach the very back end of the tooth to clean. And for kids, you can get them their kid toothbrush. In order to know the right toothbrush for yourself and your kids, you can watch my previous video on how to get the right toothbrush. And when brushing, you need to brush twice a day, at least 2 minutes each time, after breakfast and last thing before sleep. Break it down into different sections like upper right, upper left, and lower right. Brush each section for 30 seconds. You may use a stopwatch to get an idea of how 2 minutes feels like. Use the right technique to brush your teeth is very important. So in my coming video, I'll be showing 5 different toothbrushing techniques for different people with different conditions. Do stay tuned for the following Sunday video to know the right toothbrushing technique for you. If you are wearing braces like me, we're more prone to getting more decays. So it's very recommended to brush our teeth each time after we have a meal. Lastly, don't forget to brush your tongue to remove the odor-causing bacteria. And you may ask, what tool is the best to brush the tongue? Is it the back of the toothbrush, tongue scraper, or just a normal toothbrush is enough? So according to Cochrane review, tongue scraper can clean better than the toothbrush, reducing the substance called volatile sulfur compound that causes bad breath for the short term. However, if you don't have a tongue scraper, using a toothbrush to clean your tongue is also a good alternative. And you should replace your toothbrush every 3 months or it has become frayed after you have a cold, virus, or infection. Consider a power toothbrush because it can clean better, especially if you have difficulty brushing your teeth. And do establish a good brushing routine with your children as early as possible. And you can check out on my upcoming dental video on how to clean our baby's teeth. After knowing the tools, we'll be talking on the 9 things that you shouldn't do before brushing, during brushing, and after brushing. First off, you shouldn't brush your teeth right after eating. Wait for at least 30 minutes because acid in the food like carbonated drinks, lemon juice, vinegar, etc. can soften the tooth enamel. So brushing too soon may damage the enamel, causing more harm than good. Instead, after eating, you should rinse away any food debris that's stuck in your mouth with water and wait for at least 30 minutes before you brush your teeth. Do not brush too hard. Use a soft bristle toothbrush with a gentle touch. If you are using an electric toothbrush to clean your teeth, you just need to guide the head of toothbrush around the tooth surface to clean. Let the toothbrush do the job. Otherwise, with the force of the electric toothbrush as well as your pressure, you may damage your teeth. And also, do not overbrush. Too much brushing or brushing too hard will wear down the enamel on your teeth and damage your gums, causing sensitivity. Don't forget to brush your back teeth too. And after brushing your teeth, restrict from rinsing. Just spit out the toothpaste and allow the fluoride to remain on the teeth. And also, if you want to use any mouthwash, do not gargle immediately after you brush. Only gargle at least 30 minutes after brushing to allow the fluoride to act on the teeth, as well as to prevent any chemicals from the toothpaste to react with the chemicals from the mouthwash, because interaction between the chemicals can reduce the effectiveness of both the toothpaste and the mouthwash. Don't ever share a toothbrush with anyone, even a family member, because the germs and infection can be transferred via a toothbrush. Try not to eat or drink anything immediately after brushing to allow time for fluoride to work. So it's better to brush after breakfast and last thing before you sleep. And last but not least, don't forget the importance of the regular checkup with a dentist. Depending on the risk of you getting more decay or following any dental procedures that you have completed with your dentist, the recall period may be different for different people. For example, if you are high risk of getting more decays in the future, then a recall period may be 3 monthly. However, if your risk of getting decays is moderate, then 6 monthly recall is sufficient. And if your risk of getting decays is very low, then 12 monthly or annual visit to the dentist is sufficient. Your dentist knows best, so follow their advice. And that's all for today. Hope the information above helps you in some way. If you feel this video is useful, please help to subscribe, like and share this video with your families and friends for more upcoming dental videos. Do stay tuned on my next episode on 5 different techniques of toothbrushing. And also, if you prefer reading, do check out on a bunch of professionally written dental articles by the ToothAidSchool. You can check out on their website on toothaidschool.com. Brush, 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 and see you in my next episode.